Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Dungeon of the Endless. I think that we're doing alright. I'm pretty sure we're doing alright. To be perfectly honest, I kind of think that cooking with gas may carry us all the way through the rest of the game. So we do still... There's still a couple of researches that would be valuable to us. But to be perfectly honest, at this point in the run, I think most of our science is going to be used for skill resets. Because cooking with gas is not just a great damage skill, but also a way for us to get dust on these floors late in the game where we often end up with very, very little to work with. Okay, we definitely don't need to focus on industry right now. Let's put down a food replicator first. We gotta get some combat skills up. It's a long walk from where we are now to the second level of cooking with gas, apparently, and I am informed by a very knowledgeable person in the comments that it actually only boosts the damage output by about 20%. So I think maybe we're going to refocus our leveling efforts on Troya and Rosetta, who are doing most of the actual fighting. Also, he's just what a great dude. What an excellent fighter he is. Kneecapped running in conjunction with cooking with gas is just fantastic. Okay, well that's a real bummer. We don't have enough power, or we don't have enough dust to run this. Alright, I think we're going to do the thing we usually do and continue to explore in the direction of Hikensha. You know, I was thinking about the squid problem a little bit. Because honestly, I think it's really strange, right? All of these, the pods are escape pods fired from the ship. Why was there a giant squid monster on the ship? Right? Like, how did it come to be the case that we had people propelled from the ship to the planet's surface in a giant squid? And I think I figured it out. Our starting characters were Chef Nanor and Hikensha. Hikensha's not actually from the ship, right? She was down here in the facility already. So, what I'm thinking is, Hikensha was just down near the squid when it crashed. Nanor, being the only person in it, means that it was food, right? He was going to prepare it as food. This is how they were going to feed people on the voyage, is this giant squid monster. And he was inside of it, I don't know, taking out the gizzard or whatever it is you do to a giant space squid. The kitchen is the first room hit by the projectiles. You know, negative pressure sucks the squid out into space. And there you go. That's the explanation. All of a sudden, everything makes sense. That's enough stalling. I'm going to go ahead and press the button here. Please let this work. Okay, awesome. Absolutely fantastic. So we get to power up and run some generators. It was costing us 9 science, right? This is a 3-turn cooldown? Yeah, so it would cost us like 9 science per use if we wanted to run this thing out every single turn. That's probably not necessary. But 4 science per door open is probably not going to cover it. It's not going to be enough. I'm just saying we don't have to go all the way up to 9, probably. Never mind. A single science creator will put us over the value we need. Yeah, I'm okay with building a science creator early. We'll just bank a bunch of science so that if we get to a floor later where we can't do this as easily, we can have a nice supply. And then I guess we're going to start to need industry at some point here. But all of a sudden, I'm feeling like pretty sanguine about our chances here. Those dust factories are really, really nice to find. Okay, attack power for heroes down, attack power for modules up. I guess we could just go ahead and build some combat modules in here. Let's see, we have 5 slots. What do I want to do? I think we probably want to go prisoner prods over claymores, like... We can, of course, always remove these later. And it's a little bit of a shame to build them so early since they are going to take damage over time from the organic pod thing, but if we open up a room and it has a bunch of monsters in it, I want to have a safe place to run back to right now. And I think we probably don't power this room. I'm just going to leave Rosetta here. Okay. Big resource output increase. That's pretty handy. Unfortunately, it'd be a lot nicer to have found if we had another module to run. I think I'm still not going to light these rooms. I wonder if I should I turn around? Here's what I'm thinking. We can pull Nanor up here. I really want to try to find a room where I can actually run a major module as soon as possible. Even if this room has an open slot, we won't be able to power it, having to run dust out through these two rooms that we can't use yet. So I'm going to check in the other direction, see if we can... Here we go. Well, maybe here we go. I shouldn't say that yet. Yeah, you want to wait until you actually see the inside of the room first, probably. Alright, we're really quite good on industry. I probably don't need any more. We're probably good on science as well. I think we just continue to go food here. And continue to level up our fighters. This is plus defense, right? Yeah. It's not a huge amount of defense, but it's nice. There's no doors. Alright. So we can level up our smoking guns. We probably should. Now that I have a research crystal available, I wonder if I should build a second science module so that we can run the few researches that are left that are valuable while still maintaining a ton of science. But you know what? Given the stockpile that we have, that's probably not necessary. Okay, no major module slot is a shame. I guess I should probably be running cooking with gas for the extra dust loop probability. I gotta remember things like that. As you could probably tell, every time I sit down to a new session, it takes me it takes me a couple of minutes to sort of reacclimate to the decision-making process. Alright, now that we have a major available over here and no major in this direction, I think I am gonna run power out this way. We'll swap these two over to this side. I'm feeling pretty good about our resource output here. And it seems like we have no monsters that are focused on modules. At least not that we've seen in the pool yet. I'm a little worried about how much dust I've already spent. I should probably be a little bit more careful until we know where the elevator is. This is definitely worth a shot. Alright, we keep getting lucky. This is almost certainly worth taking, right? I mean, resource upgrades obviously, or resource generator upgrades obviously get less valuable as you go up, because they mean fewer total points of resources. But industry is still important. I'm sitting on a pile of it now, but that won't always be true. We could pick up kip cannons if we're saving science to do skill resets. That's a little bit in tension with this. Everything's running fine as long as we're not actually doing the skill resets like during these periods, but as soon as things get difficult and I want to use cooking with gas every room, the kip cannons are going to start feeling that. Autodock shards also would not be bad. Now let's go ahead and cap out the resource producers. So do I want to run power to this room? We could end up with some spawns over here, but I guess that's not really that big of a deal. We certainly have some positions in which we could build towers. I think... Do I want to build smoking guns through here? Part of the problem is I have no idea how many rooms are left on each side. I'm gonna take the really cheap path so that I can build in every slot. And for now, I'm not gonna put any power out. Okay, looks like we get no spawns. Come on, dust loot. Not a single bit. Okay, never mind. We got one... We actually did get exactly one single bit. Alright, well, now that we're looking to go this way, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with our spawn blocking. I guess I could spend one room worth of dust, do this, and have perfect blocks, but I think what I'm going to do instead... Let's have these two dew blocks here. One room of spawns should be very handleable by the number of turrets we put up, and hopefully things won't be too ugly over here. Maybe I should actually even pull Rosetta back to here. 2 rooms of spawns against all these turrets, maybe that's fine. We can always bring everybody back to the bottleneck. And in fact, do I want to move Hikensha up to the bottleneck? I'm enjoying all the extra food. Okay, new level up for 120. Yeah, we don't really need the industry that badly. Where am I at on... Okay, it costs 45 to build a major. This Steela just fell. Yeah, we can afford to build another one. And honestly, I kind of want to just put up more food. Leveling and healing heroes is really important. Yeah, alright. 2 doors left on that. So I think we're good. I think this is how I'm going to continue. Try to save some dust until I figure out where the elevator is. Now that we have 3 rooms of dust, does that change anything? Well, hold on. Let's see how we get spawns here. So it looks like stuff's going to run, like I said, through all the rooms to fight us. It doesn't look like we have any monsters that are the types that stop and fight modules, so we can just let everything walk through all of through the death hallway here. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and... just to do my best to generate dust. This thing's getting pretty close to death. I wanted to make sure that cooking with gas was up when it went down. Okay, I don't think we actually got... Oh, that's a dust right there. I didn't realize that dust on the ground was physically... was actually represented by a graphical element, so I do appreciate having that pointed out to me. I'm gonna move Hikensha up to the bottleneck, I think. As we continue to uncover unlit rooms over here, we're gonna need more and more help. And we have enough food generators that she can afford to be operating the industry module instead. Okay, we've got a purple quality prison uniform, which is still not a very good piece of armor. Yeah, it's not nearly as good as anything anybody's already wearing. Alright, well, no elevator on this side does make things a little bit awkward. I'm glad I saved the dust. Although, I'm not at all sure that we'll be able to keep all these rooms unlit. Alright, so kind of a bigger wave. I'm going to go ahead and do this. That's right, it has a 3-door cooldown, but we necessarily are opening a door after each use of it. So we only really have to pay for 2 doors each time, which means 6. I guess you could end up paying full price if you reset and then use it again during the same wave, which is something that could happen, right? We could actually, as we get more and more monsters, the waves get longer and longer. Wondering if I should power this room so that I can have even more turrets running in here. Doesn't feel great. Alright, we probably do want to level up the Claymore Mines. Another purple prison uniform. Man. That's not awesome. So I want to be able to keep running power to rooms as we explore them down here, obviously. I guess I want Nanor and Rosetta to block rooms on this side, given that we have extra defenses on this side. But this is maybe too many unlit rooms. I might be being too aggressive with the dust saving. A little bit of just-in-case insurance over here. Alright, self-powered room is fantastic. No spawns, also fantastic. Do I want to light... I think we're going to light this room, probably just so I don't have to worry about it. Although, again, given how many rooms might be between us and the elevator, maybe that's a bad idea. We could probably put up enough... Here, I'm going to put up a neurostun. This room's fairly small. I'm going to try to make this an area that I don't have to watch. Okay, a third eye. That's actually really nice to have. So we're going to replace our kitchen gloves here. We're going to lose a little bit of attack power. But this could totally be an extra room or two per floor. Pilfer's really, really good if you can find it. So at this point, we would need not that many doors. I think we still will get good resource payout from building another module at this point in the floor. And given how aggressively it turns out I'm researching things, maybe that module should be a science module. Alright, looks like we've got a while yet before any of our majors die from the passive floor damage. Well, I'm not going to lie, I was really hoping that that would be, when I saw that it was a dead end, I was like, man, please let this be self-powered. Not so lucky. So the quantum tunneling shirt's pretty great. The titanium shirt is considerably less great. Better than a guard uniform, probably, but not by much. Honestly, I don't know that it is better than a guard uniform. Yeah, I don't think that's an improvement over any of the stuff we have on right now. Do I want to light this? Having monster spawn only one room away from the crystal does make me pretty nervous. We have a fair amount of dust now. I'm gonna do this. Maybe that's inadvisable, but I really don't want stuff spawning that close to the crystal. Even one more room in which to build modules gives me so much more security. Okay, we are getting spawns as well. And pop some stuff here. Here's our notification. Oh, I thought I had hit kneecapped. Okay. So yeah, like maybe it is worth. Yeah, given our science income, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna reset this and use it again in the same wave. Maybe that's overkill. Our hero damage output is getting very good, though. So we know for a fact the elevator is this way. Until we hit a branch, we can safely light every room we come across, right? Also, I'm going to give us a little bit more cover against lots of those floating crystal enemies. And in fact, a claymore mine might be a good way to go, since we often get a bunch of those really grouped up. Like, you saw how many of them almost made it through the prisoner prods. I'm going to put a couple of claymores in here, and then a couple of prods, I think. I probably don't want to build any more majors, right? I think. Yeah, probably not. We're still talking only about 9 doors for an even trade. Leaves us pretty low on industry in total, but you know what? You know what? Maybe it is worth building, which means I should have built before I opened that last door. My hesitation has decreased the total value we will get, so that's on me. Alright, we're getting pretty lucky with the spawns here. I'm pretty sure that we don't want any of this stuff. I guess the tactical HUD's not terrible, but I would rather just reset and try to find something relevant. While the reset's still that cheap anyway. Alright, I think we probably don't have to build any more defensive stuff. I think we should be okay on this side of the elevator. Alright, that was a nice find. And once again, no spawns. Awesome. I think it's probably not worth picking up any of this stuff. Let's go ahead and do another reset. Yeah, sure. So now we've hit a branch, and we can't be sure that we can't be sure which direction the elevator is in. So I'm going to stop auto lighting rooms. Obviously, I want to do my best to light stuff that is on the path to the elevator. We're only 4 rooms away, so really we could see quite a few rooms yet before we're ready to before we find it. Finding a ton of dust, though, which is really, really nice. Okay, there's the notification, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit this. Now that we're double researching, I do have to be a little bit more careful in my science, but I think we can probably afford to just hit that now. Oh, lots and lots of spawning to make sure nothing crazy is happening. Uh-oh. Okay, well that's at least in a lit place, so I'll be able to see where the beetle is as it approaches. I'm assuming it must have spawned up here? Yeah, it's in this room. Okay, we're good. We're good, everything's fine. I'm gonna build myself a last resort smoking gun room here, just in case. Alright, so I think we're good. Stuff is actually getting really shredded. I don't know that I need to do a reset here. I think this is under control. Make sure that nothing's getting past us. Actually, it looks like we're all clear on this side. Yeah, alright. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a little harrowing, but we're making it. We didn't even have to heal yet. We almost had to heal that time, but I think we should be safe up top to get away without healing, which means that we probably... Okay, that's really good. We probably don't really need to build a lot more defenses here. Resets are getting a little bit more expensive, but also all of the modules we have available are extremely expensive, so probably... Yeah, alright. This is something I want. So's auto dock shards, though. This could actually be really good for us. I think I wanna cap out the smoking gun. Alright, so now we have the elevator. I'm gonna light this. Oh wow, multiple rooms past the elevator, okay. Alright, well, we've got a new hero. So we don't really need to light the elevator itself, right? We can always have a hero stand in the elevator. What is Nanor's actual damage output? He's only actually doing 49 DPS. Rosetta's DPS is deceptively low on the thing here because it's not counting the yeah, the attack power she's getting from each monster in the room. Plus, I thought, you know, maybe that skill that gives you plus stats for other heroes in the room is not something she gets naturally. Maybe that was from a piece of equipment. We could probably put a couple of levels into her. So we can have somebody stand here, and I guess that can be Nanor now. Although, you know what, with the number of defensive things we have on this side, we don't need to completely prevent spawns over here. Yeah, I guess it's best he be left where he is. So I'm wondering if it will be necessary to power this at all, and if not, then obviously I need to figure out what I do want to do with my power, because having dust just sit means that we're not generating free food from the powered rooms that could be powered. Like, maybe this is good enough, although I guess I want to know how far this goes before I make that decision. And I'm going to leave that poor hero there to serve as bait for monsters. So we probably do want to light this room. Given how long the room is, I'm not sure that we need to light what's next. If there's one more room back here, that's not really a big deal. We could have our three non-crystal running heroes stack up like this. Which means that actually we should probably just go ahead and light this thing, even though I have already spent on defenses. Now we'd probably be better off lighting up here then if we're gonna throw dust into just keeping monsters at bay. Because nothing that spawns here is gonna actually get through in time to interrupt the crystal runner. I don't know, I feel like I don't have enough information yet to know what I want to do with this dust. I guess if I build a neurostun module in here, even if I don't build anything else, that probably is good enough to make it so that stuff spawning here also doesn't interrupt the crystal runner. So that being the case, let's just light some stuff on this side to lower the incredible number of spawns we're getting up here. I think I would rather light these rooms, because we already have some defenses up for stuff coming from that hallway. And the earlier we light things, the more we're going to obviously get food from the rooms. Stuff's going to die in here pretty quickly, so I'm just going to turn cooking with gas on now, and we've already got the notification, so... Run, man, run! Okay, well, we've got more stuff coming. I don't know that we need to run cooking with gas again. I think I'm going to save the science unless it actually becomes necessary. Okay, we do have a beetle coming for this. Is he up here? Uh-oh. I don't see him, which means he may have spawned in the dark over here. Oh, let's keep an eye on this for a second. I can't tell if it's taking damage. Like, that's all under control. It does not appear that the door is taking damage. I have no idea where this beetle is. Oh, you know what? It's not taking damage because it's fighting... Yeah, it was fighting the hero that was in the room. Yeah, that's why the door was not taking any damage. Alright, did we leave dust on the ground? We totally did. I gotta remember to run through and collect in the turret rooms. This floor has been going really, really well, though. Let's see, you are a science death. We don't need a spear, and honestly, I'm not sure that... We do have, like, one or two dead accessories, right? Like, the dehydrated water isn't great because we already have extenders from Nanor, and I assume that multiple copies don't stack their cost reduction. But there's no reason for me to buy this now. We can wait until the end of the floor. I'm pretty sure monsters can't attack the Death Merchant, so... Wow, we are finding a lot of dust. Let's just go ahead and get that started, because this stuff is going to die quickly again. At least we hope. Maybe not that quickly. Okay, we do have a beetle headed for this door. We should probably interfere with that. Honestly, given that there are going to be a bunch of spawns over here, why don't we turret up this room? And how's stuff going up top? I mean, actually extremely well. We have way more turrets than we probably need. Probably could have saved some industry, honestly. Let's try to make sure this thing doesn't... Oh, never mind. It's not going to make it to the room at all. Well, you can stay here and fight stuff. Yeah, it's possible I have too many turrets. It is seeming to me that, that maybe I wasted some dust here. What do I want to do with the dust that I have now? Do we want to maybe neuter another one of these rooms? It's taking me so long to get back into defensive position over here that I'm wondering about maybe just posting a hero on this. Like, why don't we light this room? Put Nanor here where he's really not needed. Although I guess that's maybe even a better reason to put him here. He'll have all the time in the world to run over to this room, and the much faster Rosetta can get to Hikensha. And also, I should probably check and make sure that there's no research that we want running. Oh yeah, right. Right, the one I was specifically saving resources for. Maybe I want that one running. Alright, this is good news, because we definitely have some garbage I would like to sell. And food is, in fact, the currency I would most like to obtain. I don't think we actually want to buy any of this stuff. I guess this... no, we traded out the rabbit's foot, right? Yeah, I think we're good. Nice to be able to sell stuff off. Alright, I think spawns over here aren't really a danger. Let's head this way. Okay. I'll just immediately light that. Alright, this was actually a pretty easy floor. Again, I probably overspent on industry. We probably could have saved some. I'm gonna sell this gun. We didn't end up with enough science left over to buy stuff from death, but also odds are good that the stuff we got from death wouldn't have been valuable to us anyway. And we have a lot of resources coming with us to the next floor. On the whole, I'm feeling pretty great about things. So, Nanor, and you... He is the runner, right? 39? No, he is not. What am I thinking? Is there anything else I needed to do on the floor? I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Nah, I think we can just go. We need to work on Rosetta's badass action movie banter. This cultural exchange is about to get serious. Really, this doesn't have the right ring. Yeah, we're in absolutely no danger. Like, completely no danger. Okay, I think we're getting the hang of this, and I think that, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think I would be doing alright even without cooking with gas. I don't want to prove that, obviously, but I think things are going well. To be fair, that was kind of an easy floor configuration. Anytime the elevator only has 2 doors coming off of it, I'm pretty happy. Alright, so once again, we are absolutely flush with industry, and honestly, I think maybe we want to lead Science Creator this time, just to make sure that we can do resets whenever we need to. Alright, here's hoping that we get so lucky again with the monster distribution. A big part of what went well for us on that floor was not having any monsters that wanted to stop and fight modules. So who's going to get the level next? Okay, we could take another level on Tower of Babel. We're not using it very much. It's kind of like the, what I know as the Megalixir problem, right? The skill is so powerful and so incredibly useful, but has a long cooldown, that I never want to use it, because I never want it to be on cooldown, and so then I end up not using my best weapon. Okay, once again, we're seeing easy monsters. That was probably not worth spending cooking with gas on. Okay, lots of early dust. Wow, an 8-turn double-speed module. Or Stela. I'm not ever happy to find Stelas right away, but if you have to find one right away, that is the one to find. Alright, well, it's probably a good idea to light this room, even though it's guaranteed not to be on the path. What do we got? 22 food. Okay, I think that was a fair trade. You know, honestly, I don't know that we do need to run another industry generator out. I guess if I end up not finding a lot of dust... Well, I was about to say if I end up not finding a lot of dust, I'm going to be bummed that I don't have a place to build an industry generator, but also I won't need any industry, right? So yeah, food again, I think. And I'm going to move Hikensha, I think. Maybe to this room. fight monsters in the lit rooms where they don't have any defenses. Still, dude's pretty tough. Yeah, I wish I had 2 more dust so we could power this and then move Hikensha up to here. We could still defend against enemies on this side, but also we could be getting a better resource than science out of it. Well, you know what? She's not actually serving much of a purpose there. Like, we probably don't need her to prevent stuff from running through. I'm going to move her over to the food module. We just don't really need the extra science. The module itself is doing a good enough job. Also, the run speed is nice. I'm going to probably just go ahead and put up some very basic turrets here. Okay, so this time we do have enemies that will ignore us and head straight for the crystal. It is always a shame. Yeah, I really need to be able to light this room. Wait. Okay. I don't know what I zoomed out to look at. It's actually not possible for us to have spawns there. On just a little bit of dust. Come on, enemies, drop dust. We just need just a little push. Nothing. Okay. Dust merchant? No, food merchant. Well, still, like, this one actually has some items that maybe I care about. This unlocks operate. I'm not sure that I want anybody else to be operating. Like, I'm not 100% sure we need Hikensha doing it, and I think everybody else is so valuable as a blocker. Alright, how about this sword? Wow, that sword is a huge damage upgrade for him. Holy crap, that's so much extra damage. And it's not going to be as effective on anybody else because of his very low attack cooldown. So yeah, let's unequip this. 125 DPS is pretty solid. We get another level of Enlightenator, or with you we just get a little bit of extra attack power. He's a very good hero. I think it's fair to focus on him a little bit. I cannot believe how poorly we're doing on dust here. I would really, really love to be able to power one more room. Oh, another third eye. I don't think we need 2. There's not a lot of value in 2 people having Pilfer, so we can sell that. Wow, that sold really well. That's true. It is a good piece of equipment. Oh my god, finally. Okay, I don't know why I paused the game. We got a hero spawn room, which means we can't get monsters on that one. So we're definitely going to put up an industry generator. We're going to move Hikensha onto it. We're going to put up some towers in this room. Do I want to put up a neurostun module? Since we do have enemies trying to run past us, I think it might be a good idea. The smoking guns are going to target the first thing that gets inside. If the first thing that gets into the room is Herna's, it'll take forever for the smoking gun to kill them, and that means that it'll be tied up the whole time. It'll probably overheat. If the things that run fast and run through are first through the door, it'll probably kill them very effectively, but I think we might actually get better damage out of prisoner prods, given that we're going to be seeing some pretty hardcore enemies. That said, I think probably I'm gonna replace a couple of these things with nope, stay there. A couple of these things with smoking guns, because the only things that are going to get into this room are going to be the things that are trying to go for the crystal. So let's also bulldoze that and replace it with neurostun. So this room is teched out to catch stragglers then. Alright, and we continue. Alright, well, that's the elevator. As always, a mixed blessing, although I feel better about it in this pod than I do in most of them. Okay, and there it is. The Pilfer has already provided us with an extra room of power. Right, everybody back to the thing, and we've got a ton of room to build turrets in now. Yeah. The hero's gonna get attacked, that merchant's gonna get killed, and I think we're just, like, okay with that, pretty much. Come on, cooking with gas, yield me some dust. God, look at how much damage it kills the crystal guys by itself, I think. At least for the moment. I think it may be the case that monsters get more stats as you continue to go further down a floor. Alright, so we do have to be a little bit careful. Obviously, I'm incentivized to run dust down toward the elevator, but it'll be hard for us to explore if we don't have at least a couple rooms lit in each direction for us to build towers in. That said, it looks like nothing in this, nothing on this floor is stopping to fight miners, so I'm gonna go ahead and put up some more defenses here. And I'm pretty sure we don't have anything actually fighting major modules either, so we can do a little bit more building. Let's... Alright, running myself down to the wire on the industry a little bit. Makes me a little nervous. Do I want to explore this way, or... These are both kind of crummy directions. So if we get stuff coming through this room headed for the crystal, we might just be, like, in a lot of danger. We'll have to rely on Kneecapper for now. I'm not going to bother spending the science. Actually, I guess there's absolutely no reason for me not to. We have so much science. And in fact, I guess we should probably just keep doing restores. Like, there's very little reason not to have this thing running all the time there are monsters up now. Yeah, that's pretty effective. So do I want to light another room over here? What do I want to do with this dust? Not having this room lit will be a problem eventually. It's not right now, I guess. So we can just block spawns in it manually. I do wish that there was a quick restore button, like the quick heal button, that didn't require me to open the hero portrait every time, because it does teleport you to, or it does move the camera to them, which is kind of annoying. Have Rosetta run through here and grab the fallen dust. And then, yeah, we should light this, and maybe... I guess once I have enough dust for another room, we might want to turn around and start exploring this way, just so that we can get one room on each side lit, so we, again, don't have stuff spawning within a single room of the elevator. Should also probably be running stuff here. Okay. So we're getting a little bit of stuff up there. It's not a big deal. I should probably build towers in here. Let's go for a neuro stun just to give us time to react, and I guess I'm a little worried about the damage of the smoking gun. Things are going to be in this room for long enough that it's probably going to overheat a fair amount of the time, especially, again, if we don't get like a wave of pure crystals coming in. And actually, the enemies that have less health are a lot less dangerous than I'm used to thinking of them as because of the fact that we have non-stop cooking with gas. This thing is a hero fighter, right? Yeah, that'll stop and fight us. And it takes forever for the neurostun module to get built. I think we're all good on that side. And I don't think there's enough stuff left to... Well, maybe there was. Maybe I should have done another reset, but, you know, yeah, maybe I should have. Wow, they dropped a lot of dust as it was. Given that the extra dust from this is the extra dust loot probability is a percentage modifier, I'm not actually sure how it works. It could be that it adds 30%, you know, like if they have a 10% chance to drop dust, it could be that this just adds 30 to that percentage value, making it 40. But it also could be that it increases that value by 30% of that value, making it 13. I really wish that the game mechanics were a little clearer actually in the game. There's a decent wiki, but it should not be the community's responsibility, you know? Let's go ahead and get another level on you. Alright, managed to prevent anything from spawning up here. I guess I should wait to use it until we see an enemy about to actually die, for maximum time increasing dust probability. Also, there should probably be some claymores in some of these rooms. You know, maybe we don't even need anybody guarding over here. It kind of seems like cooking with gas is solving the whole problem by itself. So we need, ideally, to power up to this room. It would be nice if we could power this as well. I'm wondering if we need to power this thing, or I'm just going to start running power out toward the elevator here. We got a Gatling gun, not super useful. The merchant's dead, I assume? Yeah. It happens. So our first major module is still quite healthy. How are my miners doing? Are we losing any miners to organic pod decay? No, we're really not even close to yet. Yeah, on the floors where you don't take any miner damage from monsters, it really doesn't... There's not really much of a risk of them decaying. Oh hey, we met a guy. Well, that's a shame. I was really hoping for just some food. And while in theory we should be able to break him down into food, for some reason the game doesn't let you do that. I can't imagine why. Oh, we just finished a research. I should take a quick look here. Let's do a reset. You know, it may be the case that we just don't want anything else. Maybe I just stockpile science for resets from now on. I guess pepper spray's good. And you know what? We're having more and more rooms where we're not putting any heroes, so actually, maybe I should pick this up. It does good area damage. It does 5 damage plus 24 in an area. Versus this, which is 5 and 22 in an area. So already, and it has a much larger radius. It's already a better weapon. I guess it has twice the attack cooldown. Yeah, maybe we're better with just sticking with the claymores. I'll swing one more reset here. I don't know. The shop, I guess, could be useful. We probably are just going to save most of our science from now on. So we can have Troy block this for right now. Just move Nanor to a position where he's still getting something accomplished. Okay, remarkably quiet. Do I want to build anything in this room? I guess probably at least a neurostun module, right? And you know what? Prods are real cheap. Just kind of throw prods everywhere all the time without having to worry about it. That's interesting. I'm not sure if we're going to spend the industry on that. I guess we do still need a little bit of dust to make the elevator run safe. And it's really bad for the elevator run not to be safe. So yeah, this is probably worth paying for. Okay, so I really want to light these two rooms. And now we're good on this side, so we can light some stuff over here for better coverage. I guess it makes sense to light that, even though we don't really need it lit right this second. We could have blocked it entirely with heroes, but gives us a little bit of an insurance policy. And Rosetta. The spawns over here should be very easy to deal with. I guess we can put Rosetta here. As horrible as this is, I'm kind of going to use this guy as a way of slowing down spawns. You know, they'll stop to eat him. Viral Injector. With an attack cooldown of 3, and no indication that it targets multiple things, it seems to me like this is pretty bad. Obviously, the way you would want to use these is like in an area where a lot of monsters would have to walk through, but before they're going to get to anything they're going to punch, so that the poison has time to work. And it does do a lot of damage per shot, if it actually gets to work all the way. But if it's only infecting one thing per 3 seconds, it's hard for me to imagine that it's going to actually be very effective. Because, like, really, the place where you're in the most danger is when you have large amounts of small enemies. The biomass cannery is not very good for us. I'm just going to bank science, I think. I don't think there's any sense in doing any more research. I think Kensha's probably got that side under control. We could just all run to here. Oh, the you're low on health sound played, but of course it's the new hero, right? It would still be nice to get a little bit more dust. Maybe we don't actually need any more dust. Maybe I'm good. Yeah, I don't really need to light any more rooms, and I think we're just about done here. Probably. Maybe not. So let's see. We probably want to light at least one more room here, so we don't have to keep a hero standing here eternally. And plus, we can get a little bit more slowdown insurance this way. Which means that we actually don't have to watch this room nearly as carefully anymore. This is not super great to have nobody on this side. Yeah, Kensha actually, like, extremely has this side under control by herself. So I'm not going to spend any more science resetting. I don't think we need the dust that badly. Let's make sure we actually pick up all of the fallen dust. I don't need dust badly enough to spend actual resources on it, but I am willing to right-click one extra time to make sure we pick everything up. I think that's a reasonable price to pay. Honestly, Hikensha does a fair amount of fighting, and I've been neglecting her. This, yeah, extra dust loot from monsters in the room, okay. I guess that leveling up is alright. Okay, a science guy. Does anybody get... Oh, you actually don't even have a weapon on. Holy crap. I'm bad. But here, I'm fixing it. There. Now everything's good again. Rosetta's still not showing a ton of base DPS, but... No, yeah, here's the attack power skill right here. Man, this is what happens when I stay away from the game for too long and then come back to it real late at night. I do apologize for how late the episodes have generally been going up this last week. It's kind of gotten away from me. There's a lot of stuff happening, you know, in life. Sometimes it gets that way for a while. I'm not sure I've ever seen this before. That's a lot of HP. So this would be pretty good on someone like Hikensha where her speed isn't really relevant. Yeah, it's a straight defense and HP upgrade. 9 defense, 120 HP. Not really that much better than the 2-2, and I actually do value the movement speed on him. He has to run back to the defense position a lot. Yeah, I think these are the right pieces of armor. So you get here. We do unfortunately have to wait until everybody's actually in position. Oh, you know what? I could just sell this extra equipment to this guy, but he's a science merchant, isn't he? I don't really need the extra science. We'll run like one science generator per floor, and that will probably be enough now. I guess if I want to reset and do multiple uses of the ability per turn, that warrants 2. Okay, things are going really well. So up to floor 10, that leaves us with 3 floors to go for the last video of this run. I think I'm comfortable with that. That might end up being kind of a long one, but you know what? I'll make sure I get started a little earlier. So that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. I think we might be about to establish our first streak. And we'll see you then.